Okay, in this Surds question, we are told, okay, this statement, it is given that x is equal to root 3 and y is equal to root 12. Find in simplest form, okay, the value of part A, xy. So xy means x times y. So you have root 3 and I'm multiplying it by root 12. Now, there's a special rule for Surds. When I'm multiplying surds, I can write it under one square root. So this is the square root of 3 times 12, which of course is root 36. And the square root of 36, guys, we should know is 6, because 36 is the square number, and 6 squared, 6 times 6 is of course 36. So the square root of 36 is 6. Next up, part B, y over x. So y divided by x. We got root 12 divided by root 3. Again, when I'm dividing two surds together, okay, I can put it under one square root. Square root of 12 divided by 3. And 12 over 3 is 4. So we have the square root of 4, okay, which is just 2. Okay, because 2 squared is 4. Okay, another way, if you were a bit unsure about this, is to simplify root 12, which will come in handy for part C. So root 12 can be written as root 4 multiplied by root 3, so root 4 times root 3. Okay, so I can split 12 up here into its third, different components. The square root of 4 is just 2, so we have 2 times root 3, which is 2 root 3. And I'm doing 2 root 3, and I'm dividing it by root 3. The root 3 is just cancel, okay, it goes to 1. So we have 2 times 1, which is just 2 over 1. And 2 over 1 is, of course, just 2, because anything divided by 1 is just itself. Finally, guys, part C, okay, we're going to use this bit here in a second. X plus y all squared, that'll be root 3 plus root 12, okay, all squared. Now, I'm going to be very careful here, guys, here. Here, unfortunately, I can't just add them together. I have to have what we call like terms. So these are not actually like terms. They are both surds, but they're not like term surds. So remember, root 12, we can write it as root 4 times root 3. We're looking for the biggest square number factor that goes into 12 cleanly. That's going to be 4. Okay, root 4 is just 2, so we have 2 root 3. So now I can write it as root 3 plus 2 lots of root 3. I can now combine it because now I have 1 root 3, okay, plus 2 root 3 is going to be 3 root 3, and I'm squaring that, okay, so be very careful here. Okay, that's 3 root 3 times 3 root 3, okay, so write it out in full, so 3 root 3 times 3 root 3, so numbers go with numbers, surds go with surds, so number outside times my number on the outside, so 3 times 3 is 9, and root 3 times root 3 is root 9, which is just 3. So we have 9 times 3, which is just 27. So part C in the end simplifies to the number 27. Okay, so part C required obviously a bit of simplifying surds. Okay, so look here for the biggest square number factor. Just let remind you that root 12 can be written as root 4 times by root 3. And the square root of 4 is going to be 2, so we have 2 root 3. Okay, you're looking for the biggest square number factor that goes into 12. Okay, 3 doesn't work here because A3 is actually prime. Okay, and there's no other square number here other than 1. Okay, that goes into 3. Okay, so that's why I can't simplify root 3 because there's no square number here larger than 1 that fits into 3. Hence why root 3 cannot be simplified here, just to be clear. Okay, but root 12 can. Okay, similarly, root 8 can be simplified here. If you're wondering, root 8 will be root 4 times root 2. Obviously, root 4 is going to be equal to 2, so we have 2 times root 2, which of course is just 2 root 2. Okay, and that is working with surds.